up, friends? I'm still sick. My name's Aaron Ciotti. I guess I should lead with my name. Everybody calls me Ciotti. You can call me whatever. You can call me Patient Zero. Stop playing. Stop it. Stop playing. Why won't you? There it is. It's gonna be a low energy, low key stream tonight. But that's okay. They can't all be bangers. That's what she said. Yeah, so we're gonna get some stuff done. Hit me with questions in the chat, of course. I'm gonna finish up this QAV-S, and I'm gonna put the fixed camera cage on the 2Fiddy, and maybe we'll even get started on the cinematic glide. Patient Zero FPV, Richard says, hell yeah. June Loco's in the chat. Kathy McGibbon, Richard, James Lariah, Espander, Michael Blade, Frank Nicholas Halfboard, and Richard. What's up, friends? Kathy McKibben says, AK Flyer always in the house. Michael Blade says, hey, what's up? Halfboard says, Ciotti Delta. Alright, yeah, hit me with those questions. In the meantime, we'll, oh, this is my full-time job. If you want to support me, CiottiFPV.com is the way. This is what it looks like. Lots of different things you can click on. Bunch of affiliate links here. If you're ever doing an order from any one of these websites and you hit my affiliate link before you check out, I get money for free. And then some stickers and some hardware over on Etsy. The Patreon page is what helps me out the most. Fiverr, some really fun stuff going on over there. Some t-shirts over on Teespring, and FPV Exchange is a website that if you're not using, you're missing out on life. You don't know how to live if you're not using FPV Exchange. Let's just start. Let's do some work. What's up, CMYK? CMYK's got a rig stuck in a tree. As an unbelievable, cruel twist of fate, he managed to get a foamy airplane out of the damn tree, rather than his beloved Ripsqueak. But, you know, that's how it goes sometimes. He's gonna buy a drone saver and see if he can poke that motherfucker out. Otherwise, in theory, eventually the wind will knock it out, but who the hell wants to wait for that? Am I right? Ain't got time for that shit. Ain't got time for that. Nobody got time for that. So this QAV-S just needs final assembly done, which I was gonna do off the stream, but I've been sick as fuck, so I haven't done jack shit. So let's do it now, because like, my brain's not really working well either, so I couldn't really think up of anything good to do tonight. So we'll just get a bunch of rando stuff done here. You guys can hit me with questions like you usually do, and yeah, I might play some Assetto Corsa afterwards here out on the PS4. Should be fun. Oh, shit. Yeah, click stuff. Thanks, Marty. Marty's saying, give the guy some likes, click things, do whatever you want. Nice, Marty. CMYK dropping a link to the dronesaver.com. You guys should really all have drone saver poles with hooks on them. Yes, $100 is a lot of money. Yes, you can probably get your rig out without it. But what is your time worth? If your time is worth anything, get a drone saver. The speed that you can get your shit out of trees with versus without a drone saver, that's why you buy the damn thing. And just like the ability to get shit out of trees in the first place. Like sometimes you'll get it hung up in a way that you just can't get it out with a fishing line and a weight. But the big thing is how quickly it'll allow you to get shit out of trees. That's really the big deal. And Kazi is a good guy too. Kazi being the guy that makes the drone saver, makes and sells the drone savers. So support good people. Get yourself a tool that's going to allow you to get your shit out of trees a lot easier, and you'll be loving life. Jumper says, I don't know why you're putting shit in trees. Well, you know, you gotta have hobbies outside of FPV. What the fuck? What is that about? That's crazy. Oh man, my fucking throat! My throat is so bad. Great, I can't spell. There we go. There we go. I can spell. Man spells! Okay. Crumbled up ass Pop-Tart in the refrigerator. What the hell? So yeah, there's that. Hey, there's some orange in the chat. June Loco says, have tried the new Velocidrone Freestyle Pack. I have not. My computer will not run the new Velocidrone. Velocidrone has upped the computer requirements, and they've left me in the dust, unfortunately. So our Sim Sundays are going to have to go on a little bit of a hiatus here, unfortunately. Because, yeah, most of you guys have updated, and unfortunately, when you update... Unfortunately, Velocidrone's multiplayer requires everybody to be on the same version. So the only people that are going to be able to join are the people that haven't updated. And as we found out on Sunday, there's only one person, it seems, that hasn't updated. It looks like everybody's updated. So, yeah. And it's also kind of looking like the this M1 iMac fund is going to need to turn back into the Ciotti Needs a Car fund, which is kind of fine because it still doesn't look like there's been any motion on getting OBS to work properly with the M1 processors. I thought Frank had mentioned the other night that it works fine. I'm not sure where he'd read that or heard that or seen that. But I checked the OBS boards again, and yeah, people are still having all kinds of problems. So I don't know if, I mean, I know that he knows lots of things that I don't, but yeah, I don't know. So I can't really, I mean, I can, but there's no real point in me getting the M1 iMac and then not being able to live stream. So kind of stuck where we're at here, but you know, I mean, it's the streams have been okay. I don't think there's like a huge rush for me to yeah, you guys know what I'm saying. Man, my brain is not fucking working right. CMYK says, if I feel like I was flying a 5-inch, I could have turtled it out. Yeah, it's true. 5-inch rigs will smash the living hell out of branches and usually come on out of there. Whereas the small... That's one of the things that used to really scare me about the small rigs is, like, I always felt like at some point I was gonna put one in a tree in a way that it just never came out. It never happened that way, but I was always afraid of that. They definitely don't come out of trees like a 5-inch rig, though. That's for goddamn sure. You can, yeah, you can definitely tell that, like, I mean, they just don't have the weight. They just don't have the weight to push through the, the branches and shit. All right. So here we go with motor number 3. And away. What I'm really looking forward to with the new computer is getting over to Streamlabs. And come to think of it, that's really what I should be looking at. I should be looking at the Streamlabs website to see if there's a version of Streamlabs that is optimized for the M1 processor. Because yeah, there's not, Streamlabs does not work with this old ass computer, which is why I've been on OBS for all this time. But yeah, getting onto Streamlabs will get me fully into the 20th century, so that we can put like little, I don't have to have like a manual goal bar down here. We can have like an automated one. And when you guys donate through Streamlabs rather than Super Chats, they don't take 30%. So yeah, that's really what I need to look up. But from what I understand, Streamlabs is a port, not a port. It's a it's basically like a not a branch. What is what the fuck? What's Emu Flight called? Emu Flight is a blank of Betaflight. What's that word? It's a, is it a branch? It's not a branch. It's a, what's that fucking word? Man. Fork, that's it. Fork. What was I saying? Branch? What an asshole. Fork. Yeah, I think Streamlabs is a fork of OBS. So until there's a version of OBS that's working properly on the M1s, in theory, there won't be a version of Streamlabs. You guys mind if anybody is like in front of their computer, not really doing anything terribly important? Any chance you can do a quick Google search for your boy, for your sick boy? What the? Come on, man! Go in the hole. Having a real issue getting it in the hole here. What? Oh, this is some shitty ass M2 screw that's like mismanufactured. Man, I feel like shit, friends. It's just like the entirety of my sickness is just in my throat. Like it's just completely attacked my tonsils. But then like I'm also kind of like run down. Luckily, I don't have any COVID symptoms, which is really nice. But I just got tested for it and came back negative, so we good there. I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? Like, I had that, I'm an old motherfucker. I had that film shoot in Charleston, which was 12-hour day, 14-hour day, 12-hour day, so that was just absolutely brutal. And then, like, I've had a whole bunch of cinematic gigs. It's just been, like, crazy. So, yeah. It's been a lot going on. Been a lot going on. And I haven't been sick in a long time. So, had it coming. Had it coming. And, you know, being sick just makes you appreciate not being sick that much more. Oh my god, chat is fucking on fire. Chris Croft says Streamlabs is just a version of OBS. Did I miss any chats off the top? Oh yeah, I did. Where am I at here? Spander says, got myself a session 4. Nice. Never had a GoPro before. Is there anything I need to know about it? Not really, man. Just beat the shit out of it. It's the beautiful things about the sessions is they're so strong. CMYKFPV says, I'm not updated. Nice. So that's 3 of us that can play OG Velocidrone. T-Bird FPV is in the house. Frank Nicholas says, there's been an M1 compiled version for over a month. I have it running on an M1 Mac Mini. If you send me your config, what you have connected, etc., I'll test. My config is just a mic and 2 cameras. A mic, a digital SLR, and then this stupid little Logitech. Interesting. Yeah, I read in the OBS forum that nobody was able to get stable performance at anything more than 720, and even at 720 they were getting a lot of choppiness when they were actually streaming, and that there was more work that needed to be done. But realistically, I need to get off of the OBS forums and get onto the Streamlabs forums, because that's really what I need to do is get on Streamlabs. Remy Tim says it's literally called Streamlabs OBS. T-Bird says that's what she said. Chris Croft says Streamlabs doesn't run good from what I just read. T-Bird says you sound like shit. Yeah. Chris Croft says, as I understand it, Streamlabs is just a version of OBS with their stuff added. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Benjamin West says, why can't CIOTI use the latest version of Velocidrone? Benjamin, it's because my computer that I'm on right now is 12 years old. Remy Tim says, I'm not updated, but I always work Sundays. T-Bird says, I'm OG Sim, so now there's 4 of us that are on OG Velocidrone, but one of us always works Sundays, so we're back down to 3. GemFan Hobbies in the house. What's up, GemFan? How are you? Hopefully you're not sick like me. Remy Tim says, that's what I was talking about Monday, that there might be an M1 specific fork. Since it's all open source, I figured someone had made it. Have Board didn't update, so we're back up to 4 of us. Your Majesty with a $5 super chat. Thank you, brother. He says, ahoy, can't hang around long. Anyone know a good place to get replacement Whoop gummies? Me. I have lots. But any of the stores should have them, Your Majesty. It's just it's usually a pain in the ass to find them on the product pages. Like, what's your favorite store? I'm gonna say Pyrodrone is your favorite store. I'm gonna take a guess. I'm gonna guess Pyrodrone. Cadix Polar Coffee. What the fuck? What does that mean? Cadix Polar Coffee. Cadix, can you hire someone that names your things better? Frank says, you do not need to fork to make an M1 version. Anyone can contribute M1 enhancements and provide a pull request to get it integrated into the main branch. Cool. Coffee-colored camera, Doc says. Got it. I don't know computer things. I'm so dumb when it comes to computers. It's unbelievable. I used to be into it, but I haven't been for like 20 years, and now I don't know shit. Which is fine. It's one of the great things about Apple computers is that you really don't have to know shit. They just work. So where is, usually what I'll do to find usually these places I'll have like a Tiny Whoop specific. I like to call them grommets, but sometimes they're called gummies. This is the problem trying to find those damn things, is that like nobody uses the same word for them. Gummama. Fuck. I also try my best to kind of stay in my lane, and my lane is FPV stuff. I'm not going to try to talk or really learn, to be honest, about computer shit because I'm not interested in it, but it's also like not my thing. My thing is FPV and cars and shit like that, and that's fine. I'd rather be the master of a few things than average at a million different things. But there's no wrong answers. That's just me. So if I go into hardware in M2, maybe they're in here, or not. Newbie Drone will definitely have them. Newbie Drone will definitely have them. Good call, June Loco. Good call. T-Bird says Emacs Tiny Hawk parts. Yeah, Emacs will have them too. Doc rightly saying that they're sometimes called dampening balls. Yeah, that's the weirdest name for them, is dampening balls. Although calling them gummies is a pretty ridiculous thing. I'm gonna leave this up to chat. Chat's doing a better job at me. Better job than me at helping with Your Majesty's request. Newbie Drone will definitely have them though, Your Majesty. Hey, Beta FPV sells a kit. Beta FPV sells a kit. Beta FPV grommets. They sell a kit with clear, blue, and black. There they are. Race Day Quads has them. Boom! Yeah, you can get this kit like everywhere. Beta FPV Whoop hardware kit. And it even comes with some screws. What I like about this little kit is it comes with 4 or 5 of each of these. And if you look, these are all set up for different thickness PCBs. This is the medium thickness. This is the thickest. This is the thinnest. So yeah, when you get this kit, you can size the grommet to the thickness of your AIO PCB so that there's no slop. Does that make sense? Yeah, get this Beta FPV kit. This is what you need. Yeah. Good call, me. Where else can you get that from? Beta. I'm sure you can get it from Beta FPV. You probably even get it from Amazon. It'll take 3 months, so yeah, you probably don't want to order it from Beta FPV. They'll take forever. Doesn't look like Amazon has it either. Just get it from RDQ. Fuck it. Newbie Drone does have them too, though. I like these two because they're thicker on the one side, but you don't always want that. Here's M3 grommets on Newbie Drone. Newbie Drone has some really good stuff. Some really good hard to find stuff too. Short and tall. Yeah. Those are M3 though. Amazon does have them in stock. Metal dirt skin, very cool. What'd you copy and paste the name of the item, Metal, and then I'll grab the link and drop it into the chat here. There they are. Jesus Christ, 100 of them bitches. That's kind of a lot. There you guys go. Bobby Bag says, how do you like the GemFan Freestyle 4S props? They're good, Bobby. They're just like the HQ S4s. And I'm not necessarily... The S4s are not my favorite. I prefer a propeller to be a little bit more durable than the S3s and the S4s and the F3s and the F4s. And my perfect propeller at the moment is the GemFan 5143-3. It's a tiny little bit heavier, and with weight, when it comes to propellers, typically with weight comes a little bit more durability. So yeah, the 5143s are my favorite. If you don't crash a lot, you're probably gonna like the Freestyle 4 and the Freestyle 3 from GemFan. They're more than likely more efficient than the S3s and S4s. They certainly sound more efficient, and I know that seems insane, but I mean that does make a difference. Like you can kind of hear how efficient a propeller is or isn't. So yeah, if you want more efficiency and potentially a better balanced propeller, GemFan propellers are almost always slightly better balanced than HQ. There you go. The Freestyles are going to be perfect for you. A lot of good props out there, but the new Freestyles definitely rise to the top, and especially now that you can get them half off. There's all kinds of deals going on. It's a really good time to snag some. You're gonna like them. You are gonna like them. Is this one too big? Yes, it is. This is the one. Greg Womack says, how can I adjust the range on a switch? What's the range? I have 3-position switch, but only get 2 positions in beta flight. PS Super OG Velocity. Another person on OG Velocity. Nice. So it's just those little sliders. The little sliders adjust the range. And what you can do is turn your transmitter on and then move the switch around, and you'll see where Betaflight thinks the switch positions are. Does that make sense? But it's just those sliders. What I always do is I just move the sliders all the way out, all the way left, all the way right. That's going to give you the full range. And then with a 3-position switch, yeah, it's going to be in that range. So you're gonna be good. So yeah, just move those sliders out. And you should be alright. Man, they put these on this fucking beta FPV board. They put these power leads like right on top of this rear mounting point, and like it's not a good idea. It's like they put it way too close. I don't understand. It's not a good place to put it. Man, my brain is fucking broken. But Erickson says, I'm paying attention when I can, between running around trying to get ready for West Coast Throwdown. Nice, man. Jealous that you're going to that. That's going to be a blast. Let me see if I got that on there enough this time. I watched Jolt yesterday. It was really good. On Amazon Prime. It had I forget her name, but she's just delightful. Catherine something or other. It's really good. I dug it. She just kicks the shit out of people. It's fun. Blows people up, shocks herself. It's a good one. Check it out if you're an Amazon Prime viewer. You might like it. I think I might have gotten it that time. Yeah, there we go. That should be on. Yes. Okay. Terrific. So we're now in. I am just going to give a quick look to make sure everything is clear of the base plate. Oh yeah, we got tons of space. Tons of space there. I have to assume plenty of space on this side as well. Oh yeah. Yeah, lots and lots of space. Cool. Alright, so we're going to crank these left, right, and front screws down a little bit. And we're going to check it one more time. Oh yeah. Yep, loads of space. Cool. So AIO is good to go. It's as loose as I can really get it. I don't want it to be any looser than this because these screws are going to want to back themselves out. But I want it to be as loose as possible so that we can get some of the soft mounting back that we lose from the fact that it's an AIO, which I've talked about ad nauseum at this point. Take a little bit out of this back one, just a little bit there. Okay, cool. Alright, so that's looking good. Camera, we're going to put into its little slots in the base plate here. And then I can plug in the Vista. And all I can really do with this rig is plug it into Betaflight and man, I feel like shit. June Loco, now this is a customer's rig that I'm working on. Yeah, I was thinking about busting out the nut grabber, but it wouldn't have worked in this case. Greg, let me know if you still can't figure out that range thing. I don't feel like I did a great job explaining it. All right, so just making sure I have everything routed the way that it should be. I actually think I want to route this on this other side. No, it doesn't really make a difference. This can be, yeah, this is fine. There's enough slack here. This comes out. Oh, and it does come out on the side. Yeah, this is routed the correct way. This is routed the shortest possible route. So this is good. So let's get the Vista plugged in here. And all right, come on, little buddy, get in there. There we go. Okay, Vista's good to go, and then the crossfire is all on the top plate here. So we'll get that plugged in when we put the top plate on. I think these battery wires, I think this is a good kind of spot for them. I could run them back a little bit, but I don't really think there's a point to doing that. So we can run them up here like this, and then we've got plenty of room to kind of play around with here. Yeah. Other option being I could run them out this side. You know what? I'm going to run them out this side because that'll make absolutely sure that this video cable has as long of a run as possible. And I'm still kind of thinking about putting them back over this. Oh man. I feel like a box full of assholes. Why is that all? Where was the Immortal T mounted? I wonder. Was it up there? I feel like it might have been up there. I feel like the Immortal T was down. Wasn't it? Do you guys remember? Like I feel like it was down here. And then under the front arms. Rodney, you in the chat? Where do you want this Immortal T mounted? I usually mount them in the back, but I don't want to force my build setups on you. I'm gonna put it in the back because he's not here to stop me from doing that. At least I haven't seen him in the chat yet. He might be in here. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw it in the back with a little piece of with a little zip tie. Okay. Let's get that unfurled a little bit. Okay, good. So you this logo with a face slapping emoji that I haven't gone digital yet. Look, man. About to change the name of the channel to Budget FPV, okay? Budget FPV is not DJI friendly. It's all about tight budgets up in this motherfucker. That's what I'm here for. Tight budgets and tighter butts. I don't know what that means. It's a confusing thing to say. Fuck! How am I gonna get this through there? I have to take this TPU off. Oh, it's on there. I'm gonna kick these. Screws off instead. Trying not to talk so much because my throat hurts a lot, which is, you know, a strange approach to a live stream where, you know, the whole point is to just kind of talk the whole time. So I hope you guys can hear me. And I hope you don't mind me sounding like a nasally fuck. If you do, I am getting better. So it won't be that long before things are back to normal. Just hang in there. Not all my streams are going to be good. Wish they could be, but no unrealistic expectations from this guy. Some of them are going to suck. It's just the way it is. Okay, so that is good to go. These guys are going to go out right in front here. And the cable's not long enough. So let's fix that. What I'm going to do is rotate this thing around. I'm going to get a new piece of VHB, although this VHB seems pretty goddamn sticky still. Let me just get this part of it off here. Oh, fuck, that hurts. Ooh, just a single sneeze. That's pretty rare. I'm a 2 sneeze kind of guy. Ugh. So putting a little bit of heat into VHB like this tends to kind of bring it back to life a little bit. It puts a little more stickiness into it. It's kind of a cool little trick. So I'm going to rotate this guy like that, and then I'm going to stick it to the top plate like that, right there, and that should be good. And that's also going to eat up some of this extra cable that's on this that plugs into the flight controller, which I'm actually going to do right now. Before I forget, we might not get to the glide tonight, but we're definitely going to do the 250 stuff tonight, because it's just a camera plate swap, and Tommy is I'm such a jerk off. Tommy is waiting for me to get back to him about these fucking camera plates so that he could start selling them. And I just like, out of sight, out of mind with the sickness and with everything going on, I just completely forgot. I feel like such a jerk. He messaged me last week asking me about it, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll do it tonight on the stream. And then we ran out of time for some reason. And then, yeah, I just didn't keep up with it. I'm a bad person. Not a bad person, I'm a human. I had a human moment. But yeah, he messaged me about it today. He's like, can I start selling that or what? I was like, oh, fuck, I'm so sorry, dude. So we're gonna swap those camera plates, and then we're just gonna take a look at how much of the fixed cage is in view. It's the adjustable cage is pretty fine. I mean, there's not a lot of the cage in view, so I was tempted to just tell him like yes, and I did send him that maiden video that's on the that's in the Patreon only playlist. which you guys all have access to as well. So he's gotten to see exactly how much of that cage is in view, but he hasn't gotten to see the other one, nor have I, because I haven't put it on there yet, because I'm a lazy man. So now I'm in the situation where I have too much cable for the Immortal T. I'm just trying to figure out how to deal with that. I think I'm just going to move it forward a little bit. Oh, no. Okay, cool. I can do this. I can just rotate this guy forwards and pull some of the slack forward. Fantastic. Yeah, there we go. Good. This is going to work perfectly. Pull some of the cable forward here. I'm going to pull a lot of it forward, and then however little amount I need rearward again. Oh, then that looks pretty perfect. Cool. Good. All right, so let's get this thing properly back together. These guys are coming out there. Camera goes in there. So we've got 4 M3s for the middle, 4 standoffs, and then we've got 4 M2s for the front and rear standoffs. Daniel Lee with a $10 super chat. He says, hope you feel better soon and get that iMac. Thank you, Daniel. Very cool of you. ImpFPV with a £5 super chat. He says, wishing you a nice evening. Just glad being back from a business trip. What was your business trip, Imp? Tell us. The people want to know. Even if they don't say they want to know, they want to know. You guys want to know. I know what you guys want. Fuck. I don't understand. In the middle of the day today, I started to feel really good. Like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I was feeling like totally fine. And then I've been actually doing some editing on some old footage. The laptop is like completely fucking filled, and I need to free up some space on it. So I've convinced myself that the way to free up space, rather than just dumping shit off of the laptop onto the main computer here that has 1 million terabytes of storage, is to actually work the project. So I've got from the last drift event that I went to about a year ago, I never touched the footage. So I'm trying to work through that footage so that I can just kick that edit out, and then I can get rid of but I can file away the raw footage, which involves dumping it onto the to the main computer here. But hey, as long as this shit gets done, it's all good. Alright, just routing these cables in a neat and tidy way. Get them over here. Just sort of push them out of the way there. There we go. Okay, good. That's looking nice. I'm just going to throw the rest of the hardware in here, and then I'll deal with the Immortal T mounting afterwards. IT disaster at a client. Problem existed between chair and keyboard. That happens. That happens. Come on. Get out of there. Get off there. Man, that T didn't even really help. That T's been helping out a lot. but didn't really do much of anything here tonight. Okay. Got that. Come on, man. What's happening? Okay. We got the M3s going in. Daniel Lee, I'm gonna put your 10 into the gear fund in 1 second. Thank you again, brother. Very kind. Fair warning though, the M1 iMac fund has been kind of bouncing back and forth between that and a car fund. I took a vote at one point, and you guys all were totally cool with me using it towards getting a car, so that I could do things like drive out to places and fly and have flight footage for you guys to watch. So yeah, I'm not totally sure. It's not like set in stone yet, but yeah, I do need a car, and my ex-wife actually very kindly has given me the option of buying the Mazda 2 from her. She lives downtown now in Highlands Park, I think she said. And she doesn't really drive anywhere. She walks everywhere. So yeah, she's not really using the car, and I put a lot of effort into that car. It's probably the only brand new car that I'll ever have anything to do with. So yeah, I put a lot of effort into putting the right parts on it and taking good care of it. Wish I'd done a little bit more. I could have been a little bit more nuts about it, but I had other things going on. So yeah, that's really good. It's one of the scary things about buying used cars is that it's an unknown quantity, right? Like, you don't know if the person never changed the oil, even if they have receipts. Like, it's easy to fake that shit. So this is a really good thing. Very cool of her. So yeah, good news there. And the car doesn't really have much value, so it'll be a really good deal. But I don't really have any money, so even though I'll be getting a really good deal on it, probably less than anything else I'd be able to find. That's not a total basket case. It's still money that I don't have, unfortunately. So yeah, I gotta kind of do the adult thing. Believe me, I so want to. So I've got my father's Mustang for like 3 more months. So I would love to just say fuck it, and buy the iMac and be all fancy and shit with a fancy new computer. But I'm 40 years old, and I have to be realistic. And my job right now is basically, I'm sort of like a freelancer in a lot of ways. And it's a very kind of unstable job that I find myself in here, right? The Patreon goes up and down, and it's been going down quite a bit. So I just have to be really careful with money. And yeah, there's going to be a point where I have to give my parents their Mustang back, and if I don't have a way of getting around, I'm kind of fucked. So my absolute top priority needs to be getting a car. This performance shop, I don't know. That has the Miata. It certainly seems like they're just going to keep that car, and or indefinitely, and like, I don't know. It's just a nightmare. Plus that car, the Miata doesn't have air conditioning, which is going to be a total train wreck here in Atlanta. It's relatively uncomfortable. It's not a daily driver. Like the Mazda 2 it doesn't have any space, right? So like I need to get and when I do, I'll get the Miata back eventually, but when I get it back, it's probably going to get sold. So yeah, I have to go through this exercise anyway. And this is a really good opportunity to get a car that I know for a sane price. So I got to sort of jump on it. I should probably change the name of the gear fund now. Andrew Dunga with a $20 super chat. He says car. Thank you, Andrew. I think I am actually going to change the name of the gear fund right now. So it's going to go from 1810 to 1840. And we're going to change it to the Mazda 2 fund. And I can even put a number on the damn thing, which is, so everybody was saying between 4 and 5. So yeah, 4,500, not 45,000, 4,500. And then I just need to take out one of those, and there we go. Yeah, I mean, the only real benefit to the computer is being able to go from 720 to 1080 on these streams, and there's probably a bunch of people that don't want to see me in 1080, so it's maybe a good thing that I'm on the old ass computer. Having to drop Sim Sundays is kind of annoying, although a bunch of you guys said that you haven't updated, so we can still maybe do Sim Sundays with the OG folks. That's kind of it. I'm still able to edit on this computer. I'm still able to edit on the laptop. So yeah, it just makes much more sense. It's nowhere near as exciting, but it just makes much more sense to have a car. Get a car. Headboard says it's like the ID. I was trying to think of that ID10T error. Yeah, the idiot error. Andrew Duncan says send it 1850. Thank you, Andrew. Very cool of you. We are at 1850 out of 4,500. What I'll probably have to do when I'm ready to get the car is ask my dad if he can. So I tried to get a couple of loans a few months ago, and because of the unique way that my life is funded right now, it's hard for me to show like steady income to any banks. So I was unable to get any kind of a loan. So what I'll probably have to do is hit up the bank of Dad to see if he can lend me some money, which is kind of nice because that becomes like an interest-free loan. I hate to, be such a fucking failure at 40 years old, but hey, my parents, I have to force myself out of that way of thinking, right? There's people in life that want to help you, and when you allow them to help you, they feel good because they're helping you. So yeah, there's that. But 40-year-old failure. I mean, what can I do? I'm trying to do something nuts here with this whole FPV thing, and it just makes life kind of confusing. So I have to swallow my pride in some cases or just do the hard things. Why are there so many extra screws? Am I missing screws? There's a bunch of extra screws here. Where do they go? Where the hell do they go? I mean, there's no open screw holes, so we should be okay. Let's plug this thing in and see if it blows up. It better not. It better not. So So I think this is 4S compatible. I am going to put a throttle limit on this. A motor limit, rather. Where is a 4S battery? There is a 4S battery. Yeah, there's not much that I can do with this rig, but if I plug it in and spin the motors up in Betaflight and the ESC doesn't explode, then we should be good to go. So let's do that. This is the ViFly V2. We're going to run it through this first. Let's see what happens. Cross your fingers for 5 beeps. Alright, so it tripped the... I remember this from last time. The Vista pulls really hard, so it trips the 1 amp. So we're going to hit this button to turn on the blue light. That turns on the 2 amp mode. And let's do it again. Good to go. Oh, that was weird. Why did it reboot? Oh, it's tripping the... Oh, you know what? It's turning on the beeper. It's trying to turn the beeper on. Because there's no receiver attached. So it's trying to go beep, 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 beep. And that is tripping the ViFly, which is fine. So now we've got it hooked up to Betaflight. That should prevent it from trying to do the beeper thing. Let's see. Oh, that's weird. Why is it doing that? Let's give it... we got to give it full voltage to spin the motors up anyway, so hopefully it doesn't blow up when I do this. Yeah, see, there it goes. Oh, I don't have Betaflight. I don't have it connected to Betaflight, so it's... that's why it's doing this. So when I connect it, I think it'll stop. Nope. God damn it. Easy. Easy! Take it easy! No, beeper, turn off! Shut up! Shut up! What? What? Why? Well, let's see. Let's go to the motors tab, see if they'll spin up. That was a weird delay. Motors are spinning up fine, though. No errors, that's good. Motors sound really good. Wow, okay, I get it, I get it, I get it. You're very upset. You're very, very upset. I understand. Man. That was acting a little odd with it plugged into Betaflight, wasn't it? Let's see what happens when it's not connected to Betaflight. Nah, it's fine. I don't understand why the goddamn... The beeper's not even turned on in the modes tab. I don't understand why the beeper's coming on like that. Let me go back. Maybe I just didn't see it in the modes tab or some shit. Hold on. Let's take a look. Yeah, I don't have this bound to my radio. I think you're right though, Daniel. Remethim said it's failsafe indicating. All right, so it's actually not. So it's this. It's this this beeper. It thinks that this beeper aux4 switch is in the middle. So all I need to do is this, and save it. And I'll move that back when I'm done. But for now, I can just do that, and now it'll be fine. And now it's acting normal. I don't think it liked the fact that the beeper was on constantly. So, yeah, we're good to go. Let me go back into the motors tab, and I'm just going to spin each one up individually just to make sure there's no weirdness. One's fine. 2's fine. 3's fine. 4's fine. Okay, we're good. So, shit. Fuck me in the fucking ass. I just spilled this fucking tea all over the place. Alright, stand by. Ugh, you piece of shit, idiot. God damn it. Luckily, I was almost done drinking it. Oh, for fuck's sake. You guys can't see it. I'll just leave this camera on. Hold on, guys. I gotta deal with this. Christ on a crutch. Oh man, it spilled all over a whole bunch of hardware. This hardware is all soaked in tea now. Balls. This is not gonna be good television for a little while here while I fish this shit out of here. I apologize. Hopefully you can just laugh at my misfortune as I sit here getting tea out of a whole bunch of hardware. Ugh, gross. There's fucking washers up in here. Come on, no. Oh, for God's sakes. Get in there. This is what I deserve. This is what I get. This is why you don't have open drinks at the workbench. Okay. Hardware is all out of the tea puddle. I guess I can just sop the tea puddle up with this thing. Hey, Monkey Shine FPV with a $25 super chat. He says, "Stay up, brother. Much love my contribution for the car or iMac." Thank you, Monkey Shine. Very cool of you. Thanks again, Andrew Duncan, and the folks that came before with beautiful super chats, beautiful support, lovely people. I'm a really lucky dude. You guys take really good care of me. I really appreciate it. More than you'll know. Although I try my best to let you guys know as often as I can without it being kind of I don't know, annoying. Alright, well, this hardware is just gonna smell like tea, I guess, and maybe be a little sticky, but that's what she said. I'll put it here next to Clam Man to dry out the rest of the way. And then I'll put it away because, you know, if I put this hardware away rather than just letting it sit out like a lazy bastard, then it wouldn't have gotten tea spilled on it. So there's that. Just another reason to keep your workspace clean. As if we don't all know that we should do that anyway. Alright. So this is good to go here. And wow, it's never been, this part of the desk has never been cleaner than it is right now. Okay. White desk is white again. How weird. I'm gonna leave this microfiber out to dry because it's soaked in tea now. Cool. All right, that wasn't too bad.
だってこのマイナス10度のところしじみが取れるって頑張ってんだよ。絶対やってみろ。必ず目標達成できる。だからこそネバーギブアップ。
All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of a motor output scale on this, just to try. Rodney is in the chat. This is Rodney's rig. Rodney, see where I'm at here? I got to move this over to get it out of the way. So this is what I'm doing for you, Rodney, just to try to make sure that this. I'm actually going to bring this way the hell down. I'm going to bring this throttle scaling factor all the way down to 60%. And it's right here. Scale factor percent, 60. This is going to apply... I get it, phone. I got it. Stop quacking at me. No, I'm not going to bring it down to 60. I'm going to bring it down to 80. Just to make sure that nothing weird happens with the tune or anything like that that could cause this AIO to cook. This is probably going to pull the power down a little bit below what you want, but that's fine. I just want to make sure that it doesn't blow up on the first battery like the last one did. I don't think this would have helped with the last one, but this is just, yeah, this is just a little bit of extra help in hopes that you can get through the first battery and have this AIO not cook like the last one that I did. Taking a quick look at the filtering. Minimum. Yeah, the filtering is pretty good. I'm going to add just a little bit here. I just want to back this thing off a little bit so that there's as little of a chance of the PID loop or any kind of like weird oscillations being the reason that the AIO cooks, and then we can crank this stuff back up if you want a little bit more of a tune. Dynamic idle, accurate churner. All right, so we're good here. I didn't really do anything all that exciting, to be completely honest. Bidirectional D-shot is on. 14 poles. Yes, these are 14 pole motors. Wow, that motor idle throw value is really high. I'm going to bring that down to 6%. 8.5 is weird. That's a lot. What the hell? So this is an F4, so we're on 8K and 4K. That's good. D-shot 300, that's good. And they are prop screws. I see you guys called it out in the chat. Thank you for that. They are prop screws. I'm going to turn this nonsense off here. And cool. So this is good to go. I am going to check the ESC to see what version that's on. And then I'm going to turn that beeper back on. So plug this thing back into power. We're going to fire up, I assume regular old BL Heli. I don't think this thing has BL Heli S. I'm sorry, BL Heli 32. I assume it's BL Heli S. Let's take a look. Oh, it helps if you hook the... Well, no, it is hooked up. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's connect here. Read setup. And let's take a look. Maybe it is BL Heli 32. I'll be damned. Really? Okay. Okay, Beta FPV. Okay. Damn. Rodney just confirmed it is BL Heli 32. Very cool. So we're going to connect. And we're going to check. So this is on 32.7. We want to get this up to 32. Actually, no, we're not going to put this on 32.8. We're going to leave it on 32.7. 32.7 is compatible with... there's some weirdness going on with 32.8 at the moment. So we're going to leave it 32.7. Pull the beacon delay down a little bit here. Startup beeps, turn those down a little bit. Brake on stop, we're going to turn on. Motor timing, we're going to put on automatic. And ramp up power, I'm actually going to leave alone. And we're going to right setup. Oh, I forgot to check the motor direction to make sure they're spinning in the correct direction. So let's disconnect from this. And then we're going to connect to beta flight, and we're going to see if everybody is spinning the right direction. Roddy, do you run props in or props out? So right now, motors 1 and 4 are set up for... I'm going to set this up for props out because props out is better. So I need to reverse motor 2. And I need to reverse motor 3. And we're going to connect. Check. Alright, so we're going to go to motor number 2. We're going to change it from normal to reversed. And we're going to flash. Okay. Whoa, 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 hold on. What the hell is this? What's happening here? Oh, nope, nope, no, no, I'm hitting the wrong button. I need to right setup, not flash BLE, Jesus. Yikes. Motor 2. We're gonna go to reverse and we're gonna right setup, not flash. There we go. And then we're gonna go to motor 3, and we're gonna go from normal to reversed. Yikes. Alright, cool. So now we're set up for props out. So yeah, props out's better, Rodney. You're gonna love it. Just yeah, know that it's props out, because when you change a propeller, you gotta change them to the right direction. Props out is better. So now we are props out motor 1, props out motor 2, props out motor 4, props out motor 3. Good to go. Pulling power, and I'm gonna flip this switch for motor direction is reversed, and I think that's about it. Come back in here and change this beeper mode. Can't believe I remembered. Very happy for myself. Save that. Okay. Let's make sure that the gyro is reacting properly. Nose down, left side down, right side down, ass down, yaw left, yaw right. Cool. So the gyro is happy. Looks like the ports are already set up. That's pretty cool. Everything looks good in the config. Bidirectional D-Shot 300. OST, dynamic filter, LED strip. Air mode is not permanently enabled. Let me make sure that it's turned on in here. Yep, looks like Rodney's got air mode turned on in here. Receiver, I always move this auto smoothness up to 20. I don't know what, I'm going to move these deadbands up a little bit. I don't know what Rodney's stick low and stick high thresholds are, but these factory values are typically fine. I also don't know what his channel map is, but that's fine. If he needs to change that stuff, I'm sure he can just knock that out real quick. Oh, you know what I did? I made PID changes that turn the sliders off, so let me turn the sliders back on. So the sliders are back on, which is totally fine. I still have the motor output limited scaled down. So Rodney, if this thing doesn't cook right away, like the previous AIO did, and you put a few batteries in it and you're good, if it doesn't have enough horsepower, This is what you need to change. This is the motor output limit scaling. I turned it down to 80% just for as much safety as possible for this thing, for the Maiden. This might actually be fine. It might be fine at 80%. These are really powerful motors, and this is not a very heavy build. So this might be okay at 80%. But if you want more power, it's right here. And if you forget that, just ask me. It's all good. Receiver, this looks fine. Modes are all set. Motors are good. OSD, I don't know what he usually puts in his OSD, so I'll leave that up to him. Video transmitter, I have no idea how the Vista works with that. LED strip, black box. I don't think it has black box, right? Yeah, it doesn't have black box. So that's it. That's it, man. We'll calibrate the accelerometer. We'll accelerate the calibrometer. And this thing is good to go. Awesome. You're all set, Rodney. We'll link up at some point when I'm not sick here. And I just poked myself in the eye with the video antenna. That's fun. Hopefully I don't. Hopefully I haven't germed up your rig too much. You might want to bathe this fucking thing in I don't know, words. Insert words here. Let me put the props on. I'm gonna put the props on, props out, so that I use these extra screws, and so that I get a nice little sense of accomplishment. Yeah. And then we'll move on to the 250. Man, it has been so... I forgot how, like, much of a fucking baby I am when I get sick. Although apparently that's a thing. Apparently men don't deal with being sick as well as women, which makes a lot of sense. I mean, women bear children out of their vaginas. So, yeah, I mean, they can... they're way stronger than us in so many ways. So it makes sense that, you know, I'm sick. I'm sick. Woe is me. I'm a white male. I'm a straight white male. I've got it so hard. It's so hard to be me. Wow. So hard. Sick. You know what I mean? I'm sick. I can't handle it. It's too much. Too hard. Gempan Hobby says, see, I have an issue with OSD on digital and image freezing when arming. How can I hire you for one-on-one guidance and all that FPV goodness? Unfortunately, I don't know anything about digital, so I am not the guy. Remy Tim, you still in here? You know anything about, do you have any DJI experience? I wish I could help, Mike, but I literally know nothing about anything having anything to do with DJI. It's very annoying. Chat can probably help out. Or maybe, I'm hungry as shit, too. Oh, I missed Super Chats, man. I'm all over the fucking place tonight. Jesus. Monkey... I think I got that one. I think I got Monkey Shine, right? Thank you, Monkey Shine. Yeah, I did. Jackie Chan is the crab man, Tess Weasel says. Andrew Duncan with a $5 super chat. He says, don't give up. And that's why it's an easy choice for me, bud. Personality compared to the others. Thanks, Andrew. That's very cool of you to say. And much appreciated on the support. 661FB says, what's up? What's your opinion of Betaflight 4.3? It's really, really good. The changes that they made to anti-gravity made a big difference on the one rig that I've had for a little while on the early version of it. Is the release version of 4.3 up already? I haven't heard. Metal Dirtskin with a $5 super chat. He says, can't in good conscience give any money to Apple, but you can give as much as you want to Mazda, even indirectly. Thanks, Metal. Rodney says it's 32. EE Doc says, is it the weird one, though, that doesn't support bidirectional B-shot, D-shot? Doesn't look like it. It spun everything up fine. Smoother Groovin says, what's brake on stop? When you disarm the quad, it stops the propellers as quickly as possible. Just a nice little safety feature. Veritas Weasel says, weird oscillations during tuning with your prop screws tight can be great. Don't knock it until you insert that quarter into that slot and things start spinning in any direction. Rodney says, I don't have a preference. All right, cool. Metal Dixon says, I'm super fastidious about running mine in the same direction. I feel that it's a safety issue. I think Metal's kidding, because he's saying that he's running all his motors in the same direction, which won't work. Frank Nicholas says, what version of Mac OS are you running? Your Mac Pro should run current Velocidrone per their documentation. I am on El Capitan 10.11.6, which is the most recent firmware that will work on this computer. Double A says, hello. What's up, brother? YouTube just did the thing. Jackalope says, did you know that this pandemic's been harder on men, though? For every 70 cents that women lost, we lost a whole $1. Nothing is harder on men. Guys, nothing. I'm here to tell you, nothing. Jem Van Hobby says, oh, damn, not even a plug for your Fiverr. I give the best giveaway for it. Yeah, I'm out of sorts tonight. I'm not on top of my shill game tonight. I just feel like shit, man. My throat hurts so bad. I'm so, like, weirdly tired. My sleep schedule is all jacked up because I've been sleeping all day to try to just give myself rest to get better soon. B-Man says, what's up? What's up, homie? Frank Nicholas says, why you can run 4X years newer on that Mac Pro all the way up to Catalina. I thought that I tried and it wouldn't work. At this point, I'm not changing anything on this Mac. It stays exactly like it is. It works for what I need it to work for. I'm not gonna fuck around with it. Bob Knox just got back from practice, straight to the stream. All right, cool. Propellers. We're gonna put propellers on here, and then we're gonna swap that front camera cage out on the 250, and then I'm actually gonna call it. I was gonna try to dive into the glide tonight, but it ain't happening. It ain't going down that way. Come on, get in there. Come on, get in there. Okay. Ow, my God. These screw holes. Guys, these screw holes are so tight. I don't know what to do. Alright, there we go. So, this is one of the previous motors. Alright, so I see what's going on. The previous motors have the proprietary holes and then the regular holes. And they've changed it on these on this new set of motors that Rodney got, which is kind of annoying. Veritas Weasel with a $9.99 super chat to your Apple Fund. Thank you, Veritas. Very, very kind of you. All these guys that do super chats, if you guys are not going and like liking their channels and watching their shit, I'm gonna beat you. I'm not gonna beat you. I'm gonna just continue to love you forever. But you should be. Yeah, Maggie. Yeah. I see you. Box is in the way of my big dumb face. Here we go. Let's get the rest of these props on here. And then we can move on to the 250 camera cage nonsense. Snotty as fuck. Do you guys know you can do this? It's the quickest way to get your prop screws in there. It's oddly satisfying. Oh no! Oh no! What's this? Counterclockwise? Yeah. Get this guy on here. Get this guy on here. And away we go. Ah! Itchy face man has an itchy face. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to continue career mode on Assetto Corsa after this. Because there's that fucking E30 race in career mode that was giving me all kinds of trouble the other night. And I really want to get through that. So, yeah, hopefully my brain is in good enough shape for me to concentrate enough to get through that race. And then we'll continue with a little bit of career mode. I'm not going to talk much over there. I'm just going to give you guys audio from the game for the most part. But yeah, we'll do a little bit of proper simming, which is motorsports simming. Yeah. Yeah. I love it. Veritas Weasel says, smash the like button. There's only 27 likes. What the FN? Anybody else sick? Who else is sick? Lie to me, even if none of you guys are sick. Somebody lie to me and make me feel better. Make me feel better. I feel like drunk. I don't know. Like my fucking brain is just not totally with it. Double A says, "Why are you sick?" Well, I'll tell you after the stream, Double A. It's a tale of I'll tell you some other time. All I'll say is that it was worth it. And that's all I have to say about that. All right. Let's get these extra props on. This will look like an actual quad again. Quad! Quad! I have a real love-hate relationship with calling them quads. But, like, drone is no better. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know what to call them. What do you want from me? I don't have any of the answers. Interesting doing this stream when I'm like, every so often this happens where like mentally I'm not like super sharp, and I'll do these live streams and like it's interesting because it really makes me realize like how much brain power it kind of takes to do these. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but I don't know what I'm saying. I think I'm just making excuses at this point. Okay, cool. So the motor wire is all sat down really nice on these rear arms, so I'm really not worried about them. But I am gonna throw a couple of little tiny zip ties on them, just to make absolutely sure that they don't come up into the propellers and get all angry. And it also does protect them a little bit in the case of a prop strike, so. Ruby Tim says, I'm sick of seeing your face. Well, that makes two of us, Daniel. That makes two of us. I don't like it any more than you guys do. Arguably, I like it a lot less. But luckily, there are some people that love it, and that's okay. That's all I care about. That's all that matters. Okay, we got this. We got this. We're gonna wrap this guy around. Am I on the right camera? Yeah, I am. Oh, big gangly fucking hands. Okay, enough of that. All right, and remember when you're putting zip ties onto your rig, don't crank them all the way down. If you crank them down really hard, you're gonna like use a lot of their strength all the time, and then if a little bit of extra strain gets put on, they're gonna break. So crank them down so that they're like firm, and then leave them. Don't go gorilla dicking them down. There's no reason for that. Give them a little bit of love. So there we go. Rodney's rig is good to go. And yeah, cool. Huzzah! Another fiber job complete. On to the 250. This doesn't really fit in this box, does it? Yeah, not quite. Kind of does. Oh, it totally fits in there. It's fine. Rodney very kindly let me borrow this Octo thing from I can't think. My brain doesn't work. But I don't have any batteries for it. It's on an XT30. And I think it's for 2S. What the fuck is the QAV? Oh no, this is 3S. Is that a 5 or an 8? That's a 5. Oh, this is 3S. I might actually have a 3S battery. Oh, cool. I'm curious about this. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm curious enough to try it. Why did I turn that off? Yeah, it's an interesting idea, the whole 6-motor thing. It's set up for 12S, BeepTube says. Oh, okay. Yeah, like, I'm curious about it, but at the same time, I don't know. 2 extra motors is just more moving parts, more stuff to break. And there's been enough reviews of it where I'm kind of like, Like, I want to check it out, but I'd have to, like, bind it to my transmitter, and then, like, I'm probably going to have to change it from, like, AETR to TAER. And at the moment, like, I'm just slammed. So I'm going to leave it there. And if I'm feeling saucy, I'm going to check it out. I feel bad because, like, it was cool of him to let me borrow it. But at the same time, he said he was going out of town, so he wasn't going to be able to use it. So I don't feel like that bad. T-Bird says, is it quads or quads? Oh, man, I don't know. Hex from Flywoo, and it's 4S. Oh my god, 4S. 250 time. Just changing the front camera cage, but I am going to take these props off because the next time I fly it, I do want to fly it on the gem fan props. And it'll just make it easier to change this camera cage out. Kind of pissed off that I banged up one of these props. These are the no longer manufactured Emax AVAN 3.5 inch 28 pitch scimitars that are set up for T-mount or M5. The current version of these props is T-mount only, unfortunately. So these props are kind of rare. I think it was it Metal Dirtskin that sent me 2 extra. I had 1 set of these. I think Metal Dirtskin sent me 2 more sets of these, which was super, super, super cool of them. And yeah, so whenever I put these props on, I'm like, okay, don't crash, idiot. They don't exist, and they're a really good data point for some motor testing that may or may not be coming up. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But, you know, I can't fly without crashing, and with crashing comes destroyed props. BeepTube says 50 MAH 12S. That's the answer. That's definitely the answer. Oh, fucking mud in these motors too. Ugh. Gross. Come off. Come on. Jackass. There we go. Alright, so this one's wrecked. I'm not even going to remotely try to bring that back. Yeah, I mean, that's fucking waffled. Garbage. Yeah, I've been trying to fly this rig only on the gem fan props because I can get more of those. But the spot that I was flying this at was the bridge in Charleston, which is a big horsepower spot. So I put these props on to pick up a little bit extra thrustiness. But then what was interesting is that, like, with micros, because of how little throw they have, like, making more and more thrust, for me at least, I don't like it. Like, it just makes them... It just makes the difference between on and off throttle that much more drastic and kind of, like, jarring, and like, I don't like it. I don't think it looks good. It just kind of, like, doesn't make any sense to me. So yeah, I actually like this rig better on the lower pitch gem fan props. It gives you a more balanced flight feel. It's one of the things that most people, what's one of the most misunderstood things about micros. Like, there's this, you know, a lot of people when they build a micro, it's like, oh no, I need more power, I need as much power as my 5-inch rig. And it's like, no, you don't. Because all that's going to do is make it harder to fly, and it's just going to make it fly even less like your 5-inch rig. When you scale the weight down, you want to scale the power down, in my opinion. So yeah, do it. Alright, so you do have to remove the, to get the full camera cage out, you have to remove the top plate, which is why I removed those top plate screws. Non-smooth, T-Bird says. Did I say non-smooth? Or is that what I should have said? Before I hop on a Seto course, I'm actually going to get something to eat. Man is hungry. Hungry man is a hungry man. Hungry man-child is a hungry man-child. I'm going to need the little tiny Phillips head, aren't I, to get the camera out of here. Fucking-za. Where's it at? Is that it? Nope. That's the flathead. Where's Phil Maboner? There he is. Phil Maboner has arrived. Thoma Boner is this Weha Phillips head screwdriver. Phil McGurkin. Phil Mwang. Fill me up. Ew. Oh. No, don't do that. Andrew Duncan with a $5 super chat. He says, do you drift on Assetto Corsa? I'll join you with some VR if you do. I do not. It's funny you mentioned that. I just went into the drifting mode and took the Drift E30 last night. And the biggest problem I have is trying to use the paddles, because once the wheel starts moving around, the paddles are moving around, and it's hard to be able to change gears and pick the right gear. Also, I'm just not the biggest fan of drifting. Like, I was into drifting back when I was in college, in like the early 2000s, and then when drifting became like the cool kid thing, 5, 6, 7 years ago, I was just like, yeah, I don't know. And like now it's to this point where like, I don't know, I just get frustrated by it. For some reason, drifting is just very frustrating to me. I spent a good amount of time doing it for real. It might be because I spent some time doing it for real and it doesn't perfectly one-to-one translate. I don't think drifting translates into video games the same way that grip driving does. And that leads me to get very frustrated. Oh man, I remember, this camera cage is going to be a bastard to get off, isn't it? I think I remember this. Shit. But yeah, I did give it a try, and it just angered me. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to dive back into that. But it looks fun when other people do it, and I'm jealous that other people can do it. Empty Head says, I live a quarter mile at a time. Richard says, Ligma. Gotta have a shifter at least. HP makes it much easier as well. Yeah. So, which I don't have a gated shifter. I also don't have a handbrake. I have handbrake on a button. So yeah, there's like a lot of things that make it harder. But I mean, even just doing like momentum drifts and Scandinavian flicks and shit, like I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me. I'm a grippy kind of guy. I'm a grippy boy. Always have been. Not always, but have been for a long time. Hey, there's one side. That was the easy side. This side is going to be much more of a pain in the ass. What if I rotate it out and in a bunch though, like outwards like this? Maybe that'll help. And then up and down, and then out and in again, and then up and down again. The camera cage really strengthens the structure of this frame. It's pretty impressive. Hey, there was some movement. There we go. We got some motion. It strikes me that like a good amount of thought and time and consideration really went into the way that this camera cage interlocks to be able to keep the weight of this frame down, which is not surprising. I mean, that's kind of Tommy's thing, right? Like his frames are all very innovative, and then everybody copies off of the good stuff that he figures out in his frames, which has to be annoying, but at the same time, imitation is the most sincere form of flattery, as we all know. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's I'm sure it's very rewarding to release products that are actually different, right? Like there's a lot of like little teeny tiny iterations that we get in this hobby. It's got to be pretty cool for Tommy to put stuff out that really pushes and really has is really different from the norm. That's got to be pretty slick. Massage Smart in the house with a $5 super chat. Feel better soon /car fund. Thank you very much, Massage Smart. Much appreciated. Come on, motherfucker. God damn. Get out of there. Ugh. There we go. I think I felt something. I think I felt a little bit of movement there. Come on. Come on. No. 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 God damn it. Get out of there. Maybe we're not changing this camera cage tonight. I also don't necessarily think that there's like a trick to this per se. I think it's just Jesus. That was something else. Okay. Okay. Dookie pants. What? What's dookie pants? Obnoxious. T-Bird says hammer time. Yeah, I'm trying not to use the hammer this time. Okay, so that's the adjustable camera cage, which totally works. Tommy, if you're watching, the adjustable camera cage absolutely works, and I feel like you can definitely start selling it. I don't think it's the camera cage that I'm going to run on mine because there is a little bit of carbon in view, but I think it is totally sellable. I'm hoping that this fixed one that I'm going to put on, pretty sure that it will. I'm pretty sure that it will get the camera cage out of view. And yeah, that's what I'm looking for, because it's definitely a lot smaller. It's a lot smaller of a camera cage. So let's take a look. We've got tabs, slots, and tabs. Okay, so the tabs go on the inside. And this one is for this side. So what I'm going to do like last time is I'm going to screw the camera in first. And that'll hold these jib jabs in and kind of together. I'll loosely put these guys in. And then what we'll do is we'll fire this thing up. We'll let the HD recording go for a second, and then we'll take a look at the footage and we'll see if there's any camera cage in view. I bet you there's not, though. Just looking at the difference between this camera cage and the other one, which we did a little while ago and a bunch of streams ago when we were doing the build for this, I'm pretty sure that we're going to be okay. I don't think there's going to be any carbon in view. But we'll know for sure soon enough. Okay. And alright, so we've got those Phillips head screws loosely in there. Now we've got to put the outer part of the cage on, and this is where it's going to get a little, this is where it gets a little frustrating. But first, I need to remember to put this top plate on because it does lock in. Everything looks like it's sitting flat. This is where it needs to be. Okay, so top plate going on. Excellent. And I'm actually just going to throw one or two of these front screws in. Maybe just this one. Okay. Okay, so that's good. We can start to fight. Oh, maybe I won't need to fight with it. That went on there really nice. Oh, it started to go on there really nice. Now it's gonna fit really tight. All right, so I remember why I was hitting this with a hammer, because you got to just force it inwards. Yeah, so I mean, the hammer worked last time. I mean, it just fits really tight, and it's like it's gonna loosen up like the other one did. So we'll take the Clarkson approach and hit it a bunch of times with a hammer. All right, it's working. Take a break on that one. Hit this side with a hammer a bunch. Come on, little buddy, get in there. Go back to this one over here. All right, let's see where we're at. I mean, I can't think of another way to really push this thing in. Like, there's not like a good spot to really get leverage on it, so to speak. Back these out just a little bit here. Let's back this out a little bit. Make sure that that's not the reason why this thing's being a pain. More hammering. Yeah, like I can pretty much guarantee that you'll only need to hammer this on the first time. Because once you start flying it and crashing it, it's gonna loosen these connections up a little bit. Not connections, but where the carbon is rubbing, you know, it's gonna just kind of loosen that up a little bit. I'm not hitting this hard. I'm like choked up on the hammer, you know. I'm just getting little. Beep Tube says, would loosening the top plate help? Maybe. Let's see. It's a good idea. This is as good an idea as any. So the top plate is now full-blown loose. Let's see if that makes it any easier. Not really, but doesn't seem to be really hurting it either. Man, these are tight. Tight like a tiger. Let's see if I can kind of put this in here and like leverage it backwards, basically. Ooh, there we go. So yeah, we can get a little bit of leverage on that guy there. See if I can sneak this one in here too. Come on, there we go. So the inside camera plates are located with those tabs. The outer ones just kind of slide in. So this is kind of a slick little way to give yourself a little bit of leverage on one into the other one. There we go, that actually works really well. And awesome. Probably a better way to do this, but this seems to work okay. A little bit of hammering, and then a little bit of love from a M3 action. This is actually an M2 driver here. Oh yeah, that's working. That's working. Now we're fucking talking. Yeah, there we go. That's the stuff. Cool. Now we'll step it up to the M3. Just to get it pushed in the rest of the way here. I can actually feel it. Cool. Alright, I think we're good. Yeah. Those are lined up enough. Oh, let's get this one a little bit better. Alright, that totally worked. Richard says his RunCam hybrid is getting jello in the FPV feed, but not in the HD. Nothing is loose internally. That's weird. Make sure the lens isn't loose. Make sure that, oh god, excuse me. Make sure the FPV lens isn't loose. Man, that's really weird. Usually it's the other way around. Okay. So we can throw this back together. We'll see what the hell's going on. I mean, I would just, all things considered though, I would be just like, okay, that's fine. I would just totally ignore that. Because I don't really care about, like typically Jello doesn't make the FPV feed on any less flyable. I guess you could maybe argue that it gives you a little bit of blurriness when you don't want a little bit extra blurriness. But I'm willing to put up with a lot of bullshit if the HD looks good. Like, I'm willing to fly through a lot of challenging shit for the sake of just the HD. But that's just me. Man, that's weird. I have no idea what the deal is with that. Like, I have no clue how or why that would happen. The HDs, the split HDs are always very sensitive to Jello, and the FPV cams are typically not sensitive at all to Jello. They're typically like very, very resistant. That's the word. I almost said a very dumb word, but I held off. I'm glad I did. Come on, get in there. Try not to cross thread this since it's aluminum on aluminum. Aluminium on aluminium. Ugh. These bottom ones are hard to get in there. Gotta really get them just right. Aluminum. Bob Noxious is wearing parachute pants. That's cause for concern. How the hell did that happen? What's the sequence of events that led to someone wearing parachute pants in 2021? That's my question. There we go. Now we're talking. All right, cool. So we got this thing in here. There's definitely a little bit less room for movement, but looks like there's maybe enough. I don't know if that's, I don't know how much up tilt that is. I wonder, this might be a little bit less than 30 degrees up tilt. So the HD cam is hitting on the top standoff. Jumper says Jenkos are back. Oh, please no. Richard says, I thought the same thing. I've been dealing with it. Might have a bad optical sensor. Yeah, I guess if you were to mount the RunCam hybrid the other way around with the HD lens on the bottom, I'm willing to bet you could get a little bit more up tilt here, but I always like to have the HD lens on top, which pushes the propellers in view down as far as possible. So yeah, let's end the stream with putting a battery in this, a memory card in it, and we'll look at the HD feed to see how much, if any, of the carbon camera cage is in view, but I'm 99% sure that none of it's going to be in view, just kind of looking at it. And then I'll also throw front props on and spin them around so we can see if there's any front prop in view. So this is maximum up tilt with the HD lens on top, which again is my preferred setup. I always like to mount the RunCam hybrid so that the HD lens is on top. So here are a couple of bright red propellers. We'll point it at the toolbox here. Put these propellers all the way down. The memory card for this thing is in the computer, so let me grab it out of there. Samsung 32, eject. Oh my god, we're over 2 hours already? Jesus Christ, I'm so slow. Alright, memory card going in. Clicky clicky. 4S power going on. And this thing should just automatically start recording with a flashing blue light. There we go. So it's recording. There's the propellers. Let me point it over this direction and I'll do the same thing. And then I might as well point it over in this direction and we'll do the same thing, same test. There should be a little bit of propeller in view, but I'm thinking that there's not going to be any carbon camera cage in view. All right, recording has stopped. Let's take a look. Ooh, this is exciting. Much excite, very wow. Still gotta put the top plate screws back on, that's okay. All right, here we go. Maybe. It's not gonna mount? Okay. Not gonna mount? All right, well, I tried. Come on, work. Hey, there it is. Samsung 32 gig DCIM 100 RunCam, and there it is. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, no camera cage at all. There we go. So look at that. So yeah, a little bit of propeller in view, but no camera cage at all. Fantastic. Yeah, little tiny bit of propeller here and there, but it's nice and low. See how low it is in the frame? My God, this camera looks so good. There we have it. That's really good news. I really dig that. So this is the this is definitely the camera cage that I'm going to use. I am gonna ask Tommy though if he can maybe raise the top mounting point a little bit, because this does not look like 30-degree up tilt to me. It might be. It might be, but I don't think it quite is. This strikes me more as like maybe 25 degrees. Man, it's always so hard to tell. But even the way it is there, I'm into that. Remy Tim with the last comment of the night, he says, can't remember if you ever clarified why you stopped chopping the stream into a public part and a Patreon part. I never really said why, but it's just more. It's just more work. It's just more stuff. It's twice as much of everything, and then in my YouTube channel, it's twice as much stuff. So I'm still gonna do it, but yeah, I'm not gonna do it all the time. Plus, I get a lot of shit for it when I do it, to be really honest. A lot of people scream and moan that I'm not giving everything away for free. And yeah, that doesn't feel good, but it is what it is. T-Bird says, don't you have a scale under your monitor? No, I keep my scale up here in the toolbox. All right, people. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry it was such a low energy stream tonight. I'm still not feeling great, but let me message Tommy right now, letting him know that the fixed camera cage is the shit, and that's about it. I'll see you guys on Friday. Hopefully I'm feeling better. I might do early. I might go early on Friday. I know I've got Friday at 7 here, but I might do 6 o'clock on Friday. Because that way I can end the stream at 8 o'clock and then, you know, do single guy things on Friday nights. So 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock on Friday. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Love you guys. Be good. Oh, I also need to change the title of this stream to take out Glide, because we didn't do anything with that. There we go. Cool. 2Fiddy hybrid camera cage. There we go. All right, people. I might see you on Assetto Corsa in a half hour after I get some food. Maybe not. Here comes some flying from... Come on. Come on. From Buckhead during the lockdown. What the fuck is this? Oh, oh boy. Wow. Okay. Here you guys go. Love you. Be good. See you Friday. Oh, come on, man. Really? You're gonna fuck me like that? Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Stop. Stop doing that. There we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, now I gotta go back again. Wait, no, this isn't the right thing. No. Here we go. I got this. Later, guys.